Hello, my name is Veronica and welcome into the Learning Lab. And in today's lab, I'd like to share with you my latest make from the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo held recently in Chantilly, Virginia, this time with Be Creative. Come on in and let's get started. So, as you know, I think I own every color of the Spectrum Noir alcohol pens. I don't have any of the aqua markers or the crayons because I have other brands that have that covered, to be honest with you. And I figure if I ever get tired of those or they just plumb give out and all my refills are exhausted, I might explore that. But I took this class because I really wanted to put those alcohol markers to the best use and get some hands-on techniques from those in the know. So this was the card we created in class, and it was the puppy card project. All of your directions on how to do it, giving you helpful hints and tips along the way. But we really did not need this because the instructor was really knowledgeable and really good. So here's what we worked on. Was this beautiful poppy, and I hope it's coming across as well on camera as it was when I made it. And she did use the alcohol blending paper put out by Spectrum Noir. And what we learned was how to use crayons, how to use color pencils, not watercolor pencils, but color pencils, and how to use the Gamsol or just your plain old blending stump to blend it out to get the different shading and variations on that card. And of course, I did not finish my card in class, but we matted it onto a piece of black, and then that would get matted onto another piece of white, which is really basic and simple, and all of that went onto this beautiful red, because really you want to draw your focus to the main image and not convolute it with a bunch of other stuff, which, you know, we crafters are known for doing. But that was one of the cards that we created. And the other one we created, which I thought was absolutely spectacular. Now, these were already done for us, and I think she said these were done on a copier. They stamped them and copied them out, and then they cut them. So they turned out really, really well. And this purple on here is absolutely beautiful. Learn how to get some really nice blending and shading on those leaves. So this was it was a great class, and I really enjoyed it. I know a lot of people complain that they weren't able to hear, but the instructors did a great job given the venue in which they had to work. So let me just give them a round of applause for making it work as well as they did. And if I had to do it all over again, I would still take the classes all over again because I had a lot of fun. Now, you know my penchant for taking a class in which I get something in return for taking the class, and in this one I did. We got a set of markers, and one thing that she did in class that I probably have done at some point and just don't remember, but because I have a lot of palette paper, I don't really think to do it, but we used our plastic bag as a palette. And I don't know if you can see some of the scribbling I did on there, because there it is. Initially I thought one of my markers had leaked and I was about to be really upset, but it didn't leak. That was where I scribbled out some green to do some blending on my marker. So we walked away with a set of 5 markers, and these are the ones that we used to create the poppy. The purple she had in a bag on the table for some supplies that we use along with the Gamsol, the blending stump, the crayons, and some other items that they gave to us to use, which I own all of those, I believe. But I did enjoy getting the markers, probably a $15 value, but with a coupon, you know, you can get for $7.88 at AC Moore. Mine, though, are the originals. It's not these that have the nice square barrel where they updated everything, but otherwise they are exactly the same. I do have to admit these pen caps are a little easier to remove, and that was one thing that she did not go over with the class, was how to remove and return your pen cap. But that's okay. They still have the gray I like to tell you this is the fine tip, and the one without it, of course, is the bold tip. But this is the gift that I got from Be Creative for attending their class. I walked away with a lot of techniques, some super cute cards that I can finish off and put into my collection with notes and ideas of how it was created. So when it's time to go back and do it, I can have a blast. As always, thank you for joining me in the lab today. Please be sure to check out my blog at inkollusions.blogspot.com. Until then.